Good morning and welcome to Timeout with SportsAdda. Good morning, Arun. And Saturday today, not no double headers, but a good big match coming up.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. For a second, I was wondering if today is actually a Saturday because I looked at the calendar and it showed a single header, and I was like, "How is this possible?" And we're so used to, come the IPL season, we're so used to double headers on weekends that
Yeah,
it actually threw me off track for a second. But yeah, uh, did you watch the game last night?
I watched the game last night. I'm happy Mumbai are going to be moving out of Chennai now because the track doesn't seem to be suiting the team at all. Yesterday's this performance was something which was sloppy. I think if I was the coach, they'll be very, very disappointed with how the team performed yesterday.
Hmm. Yeah, they got to 131 for 6 batting first. They were put in, obviously. And
Hmm.
then Punjab really ran away with the game, winning in 17.4 overs with 9 wickets in hand. I thought Mumbai batted well, let's say for about 14 overs. Till
Hmm.
till Surya and Rohit were there, till their partnership was there. I thought Mumbai were in with a chance. It's not often we say, use the word construction of an innings in T20 cricket, but that's what Rohit did yesterday. I thought he batted beautifully, sensibly. That was proper construction of an innings. Surya supported him well, but once Surya was dismissed, and then I was hoping then there would be an explosion of sorts, but that never
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, I think the middle order is really struggling. They're not getting their timing right. And you're right about Rohit Sharma. I mean, these are the kind of innings that maybe 10, 12 years ago we wouldn't have imagined the talented
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma to play. And these are the kind of innings we are hoping as cricket fans that a Sanju Samson and a Riyan Parag and those kind of batsmen will be able to learn and see how Rohit has adapted himself over the years.
Hmm.
Super temperament showed it yesterday. One thing I wanted to talk about, like when I was when you are in a team management situation, yesterday the kind of losses that Mumbai had before this, they wouldn't have had a problem. But yesterday,
Hmm.
it looked like the team was just they just had something missing. Like Ishan Kishan missed a simple fielding chance. He gave one, tried to do one overthrow and hit the stumps, and it almost ricocheted away. These are the small things, which impact the team's mindset. Krunal Pandya came in and bowled three short deliveries in the beginning, and I think that's where
Hmm.
the match turned.
Hmm.
You're a lead
Correct.
spinner and you're bowling three bad deliveries to start off on a wicket where Deepak Hooda is opening the bowling and getting away. These kind of mistakes are not something that Mumbai makes, and I think that's where they'll be disappointed.
I think a lot of it is to do with the conditions in Chennai. They're just not used to that. I mean, I was actually thinking, I'm glad there's just one more match remaining in Chennai, but these are not T20 wickets, honestly. As much as I love, a low scoring
Yeah.
contest, no. I mean, when you see puff of dust coming off the surface, early on in a T20, that's not what you want to see. But yeah, done in by the conditions, and now Mumbai have very little room to lose games. They need to start winning now, and they need to get on a roll.
They need to get on a roll. They're used to it, so I'm not worried too much about it. But
Hmm.
before our producer stops this, we should talk about KL Rahul also, right? Match winning score yesterday, chasing.
Yeah, we spoke about him. We spoke about him on a couple of things yesterday. One is his liking for Mumbai. I think it was. Uh,
Yes.
we spoke about this, and again, speaking about Rohit Sharma and construction and temperament. Same with KL yesterday. I thought
Hmm.
he batted well. Mayank set the tone early on. Started fluently, got a few boundaries. That kind of meant that Rahul could take a backseat yesterday.
Yeah.
It was only 131, so one whatever he could take a back seat and he could just pick up those ones, twos, occasional boundary, and I thought that was maturity, and happy to see that yesterday.
Happy to see that. I was also happy to see him getting Ravi Bishnoi in. We spoke about Ravi
Hmm.
Bishnoi yesterday, and he immediately showed that impact where he showed he's an attacking spinner, gets you wickets. And
Yeah.
when Anil Bhai there, Anil Kumble inside the dugout, I'm
Hmm.
sure he should have been backing a leg spinner to come good. So I'm
Hmm.
really happy Bishnoi is back in the team.
Yeah. I mean, look at the selection last night. They dropped Murugan Ashwin, I think, and bought in
Yes.
a Ravi Bishnoi. I mean,
Yeah.
a leg spinner for a leg spinner is a very unusual swap. You know, if you
Hmm.
drop a bowler of a certain kind, you get an off spinner or a left arm spinner or a fast bowler or whatever. But dropping a leg spinner and bringing in another one, a little strange, but great call. Absolutely great call. Just one stat I have to mention here.
Hmm.
Rahul got a 50 of 50 balls. That's the slowest by a Punjab batsman in the history of the league. But what an invaluable 50 it was.
Yeah, you win the match. Those 2 points in the end are the only stat that I will care for. I mean,
Absolutely.
you got points in the bank on a difficult wicket, so they'll be really happy. I think they'll be the happier team leaving Chennai when they do instead of Mumbai now. So
Absolutely.
one good win under their belt now.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, things can change in this league quickly,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
Punjab will believe that this is probably the opportunity for them to get on a roll. They're going to Ahmedabad next. They're playing Kolkata, and Ahmedabad. We've seen how good the surfaces are. So Rahul, Mayank, Chris Gale, they must be licking their lips and saying, "Oh God, we're done with Chennai. Bring Ahmedabad on."
Absolutely great. So, well, let's move on today. And today is a very special day, 24th of April. It's the birthday of somebody who we've all grown up watching and
Hmm.
always respected. Sachin Tendulkar celebrates his birthday today. And as a to mark that occasion on our show, we have a special guest who's been a huge Sachin Tendulkar fan. He's from Bombay, stays at Shivaji Park, so has a very strong connection with Sachin. He's
Hmm.
also a professional stand-up comedian I mean, as his regular job. So can we please have Mr. Siddhart Dudeja on the show?
Hey, hello. Thank
So,
you,
so
Akhil. Let me point out that I'm actually a professional Sachin fan and a hobby comedian. It's the opposite.
okay, okay. Here's the thing. There are lots of fans across the country, I'm sure, who've said I'm Sachin's biggest fan. Now, how do you
Yeah.
prove that you're Sachin's biggest fan?
I'll tell you what, I mean, see, everyone is a Sachin fan, obviously, but like my connection with him is so different because, like, same Shivaji Park, because of him, I ate a lot of vada pav, not realizing that I also have to play 4 matches. I just read the vada pav part of it. I was like, I'll do that, and yeah, and I met Sachin as a child. Like, I love, like, I still like, every time I'm like, shit, what will Sachin do? He'll work, okay, get back to work, man. Like, every joke, I'm like, I can't do cricket anymore, but I'll try to middle every joke, with the
So,
bat.
so
So it's
before you
an
tell us or
inspiration.
tell us your Sachin meeting Sachin story, can
Yeah,
like when people around you know that you are a Sachin fan, and
yeah,
especially in the comics fraternity, and when
yeah.
when he used to fail or when he does something where he doesn't score runs,
Uh,
did people ridicule you in school, in
all the
college, etc.?
time. I'll tell you one story in school. There was this one, my partner in eighth and ninth standard, and that time it was like 2005 to 7 or something. Okay, and India were all right because of like, they weren't playing that well. And then 2007 World Cup also we lost. Then 2008 I was in the 10th standard, and he was a big Ponting fan, so he used to always ridicule me, hey, Ponting, Ponting, Ponting. Then I remember 10th standard during prelim, we were in Australia playing the Tri Series, if you'll remember, India,
Hmm.
Sri Lanka, and Pakistan, and Australia.
Was it the
And
CB series or CB series? VB series
see,
or CB series? I can't
it
remember.
was, I think, the CB. It was the
VB series.
Commonwealth Bank.
Commonwealth Bank. Yeah.
Yeah, and uske baad the happened that like, Sachin scored 2 back-to-back centuries, but our school gave us a holiday to study. I couldn't get back at them because 3 years they tortured me because that wasn't the best phase for Sachin. You could say 2005 to 2008.
So Siddharth, Arun is a statistician. Sachin didn't get two
Yeah.
back-to-back hundreds. He got 100 and he got a 90 at Brisbane.
90.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
For us, it's a century only, in our head. All the now is 90s that you count. So he has
10
110
of them,
centuries.
was it? 10 of them you can add to his hundreds
Yeah,
then.
10. Yeah, 10 we should add.
Okay. So now can you tell us how did you meet him? Like where did you meet him? Can you show us that photograph if you have?
I'll check on my phone if I have it. But I basically, when I was like, I was in like a same two, when he had tennis elbow, basically. Before that, my mom had we read an article in the newspaper. One Pakistani child met Sachin in a Delhi hotel because he had some illness and shit like that. And I'm like, fuck, I'm normal. Like I don't have any illness. What can I do? But then my mom emailed Tendulkar's the restaurant, and we got an email ID, and we emailed saying, "Okay, let's try." No, why not? We emailed and there was no reply for 2 3 months. And what happened was, then they emailed back one day saying, "When Sachin is in town, we'll let you know." And I'm like, "Great!" But we were also not expecting it, honestly. That how will now Sachin, when he's free, he'll meet us. But then after a month or two, because he got tennis elbow, so he was in Bombay for a while. So that's when they emailed us saying, "Hey, can you come meet Sachin today?"
Wow.
And you know what happened? Like my mom had given a mobile number, and that day, and we had a desktop back then, right? Like we didn't have laptop.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that desktop, because there was some work happening at home, we had packed it up. So obviously no chance of an email. So
He
they
checking
called,
email.
yeah, they called also saying, "Hey, do you want to meet Sachin?" First, so we thought it's a joke or something. But then we went to meet him at MCA. Back then, MCA was nothing. It was just like one tabela type thing, and behind that they had the ground. So I was also wondering, like, what is this ground? Before they made the whole club. And yeah, he was just there, and I met him. And the worst thing, I froze completely. I was a child, and I was like, I've met this, I have looked up to this guy all my life, and now suddenly I can't talk. My parents are talking, and it's like, yeah, he knows everything about you. He knows that you write with. So I'm telling him, yeah, yeah, you write with your left hand. No, I'm just being stupid. Yeah, it was
So
like,
He,
I know there is one ambition. Arun, sorry, you want to go ahead? Go ahead.
no, no, he froze at that moment, and then he's making up, speaking to all of his and the rest of his audiences for the rest of his life.
yeah,
So I know you have one ambition. You want to feed him something, right? So if
yeah,
you had
he's
to
too much
select
into
one or
food.
two food items that you want to serve to him, like take as a gift to him, which two items will you select?
See, the thing is, he is very fond of seafood, but I'm sure he's had the best seafood in the world. So there's
Yeah.
no point. I'll try to serve him something which I find like in Mumbai, if I know, like I'll source one thing for him. Like I know one person for biryani. I know one really good place for dessert. So what I'll do is, if he tells me like that, okay, come, let's meet, but I'll need like some time, but I'll get it all together for
But
him.
So
but here's the thing. I don't know if you're aware of this. Sachin's got the knack. I mean, of identifying where is the food come from. So I watched this. I
Yeah.
can't recall where this is, but somebody actually sent him. What is that? Vada pav? Is that the dish in Mumbai? Right?
Yes.
That's the.
Yes. Yes.
So somebody actually sent him a vada pav,
Yeah.
saying this is from the guy at the ground in Dadar outside Shivaji Park.
Yeah.
Sachin actually took a bite of it and said, "This is nice, but this is not from that vendor."
This is from, I know which one, Breakfast with Champions. But
I,
like you can't. It's like you giving me my ghar ka, not giving me ghar ka bhindi and telling me, "Arey, this is from your house." Like we all know it. Like he's had that all his life.
and
he's
that's how
had that
good
all
he is.
his
So
life.
so yeah, he's got
Yeah.
got a taste for food.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely feed him well. But Bulana Chenak never calls us. Every year I wish him on Twitter.
आएगा बुलावा आएगा सबर का फल.
But you also know many people who know Sachin, right? So that meeting
Yeah.
hasn't happened again after that. You why don't you do like a special comedy skit or something for him, and like then maybe the people you know can like get him introduced to you.
I'll definitely do it. Like if they're saying Sachin's coming and you have to perform for him, I'll do it for 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. And there's no question about it. Like if Sachin says you have to do it. But
Okay.
yeah.
So okay, we
How are
while
you
we have
celebrating today? Sorry,
yeah.
Siddharth. How are you celebrating today? What's on the menu?
So I will celebrate today by working out properly and not using plastic and shower, as Sachin says. It's eco-friendly birthday this year. So I'll do that. And yeah, they make prasad at my house. Like they make it for everyone's birthday in the house and Sachin's. So yeah,
Sweet.
that's more. Yeah, it is sweet prasad.
Okay, man. Lovely. So today,
Yeah.
Sid, we've got you on board as a part of our show. So we as a part of our daily routine, we
Hmm.
also do a preview of the match which is going to be happening in the league today, which
Okay.
is Kolkata and Rajasthan. So
Okay.
any thoughts about any preferences? It's happening at the Wankhede. Obviously, you
Hmm.
can't go and watch it.
Yeah.
But any preference between these two teams?
Yeah, honestly, I'll tell you, both teams, I feel I don't know what's happening exactly with both of them, but like I definitely don't know what's happening with KKR. Like where are they going wrong, man? Like I just keep wondering. Both of them, I think, like see, I like Ben Stokes, okay, but he's injured right now. So that's like so now I can't support. I'm not supporting honestly Rajasthan that much anymore,
Mm,
but yeah,
mm,
I'm supporting like the new bowler Chetan Sakaria.
mm,
I
mm,
think he's nice and a very sweet boy. Okay,
mm.
like you just want to look at him. But KKR, though I don't know. Kolkata is going wrong. I don't know. Like I didn't think this year that like I thought this was going to be their year. Like after this last few years, but I just don't know with what's going wrong
Okay.
with them. Yeah,
Akhil,
Any stats?
you know Kolkata and Mumbai, you know that equation, right? They're Kolkata against Mumbai Indians is lopsided.
hmm.
Kolkata coming and playing in Mumbai is also lopsided. Let me give you the numbers.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's. I mean, I when I looked at those numbers, I could not believe Kolkata had such a dismal record. Now they've played 10 games. Akhil, can you guess how many they won? Oh, there you go.
Wow.
They
They
won the
won.
first one I remember against Mumbai 68 all out or something we were.
I, I I mean, I still cannot believe what I'm seeing. It's one win out of 10 at the Wankhede Stadium, and this is a team that actually won the IPL trophy, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
twice I think if I'm
Yeah,
not wrong.
twice, correct.
Twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I cannot believe these numbers, but that's how bad they are.
I
Very
think,
interesting.
I still feel it'll be KKR against Rajasthan today. But I also feel like if they want to go ahead and do anything, they need to really sit and like think exactly where they're going wrong because it's going pretty bad.
They need their captain Akhil to lead from the front.
They really need that. Their middle order is not been performing. They're losing. They're losing like the middle order stronghold that they had with Russell, Morgan, and Dinesh Karthik. That needs to step up. But
Yeah.
what about Rajasthan also? Or any stats about Rajasthan and where they are? They've been floundering because they are also a team which needs like a win. Their batting order has also been struggling.
They have they have more problems than good things to talk about. Honestly, Archer's now actually said he's not going to come for the league, so he's not available. Some rumors that they're looking at a South African batsman. I don't know how he'll come in, when he'll come in. You obviously need to do a 6-day quarantine, but that apart, they can't buy wickets. The middle order is inexperienced. The middle order can't do too many runs, and the top order is floundering. If you look at their numbers, when have they lost their fourth wicket, Akhil, in all these recent games? Leave the first game out. 123 for four is decent,
Hmm.
but thereafter 36 for four, 90 for four is a worry as well. 43 for four again is a worry. And if you're 40 for four, 50 for four, even 90 for four, no way you can compete in this league.
Hmm. Yeah, and
I
it's not
also
like
feel
they've.
hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Go on,
Sorry,
Sid.
sorry. No, I feel even honestly, personally, I feel even 123 for 4 is a problem because at 12.4. Because what
Correct.
happens is like you have to build that innings and take it deep. This has happened with Mumbai also that we are
Mm,
playing well until the 8th, ninth over. Suddenly you go
mm,
for 2, 3 risky shots, you're 2, 3 down. You
mm,
need to have your at least like you need to have two good batsmen set in like their 20s or 30s by the 14th, 15th over so
mm,
that you can take that score to a 180 or a 190 like take it big but
mm.
yeah, that's what I have to say.
I don't know. I mean, one of them, Butler, needs to really step up because his scores have not been very flattering, and he's an overseas player, so he needs to take that responsibility in the absence of Ben Stokes. I think he needs to start just firing, not just play loose strokes, and he should bat at least 17, 18 overs. I mean, that's something that a senior pro like him, if he does, then the team will be in a much, much secure position. One more batsman, Arun, that I wanted to talk to you about, and he's also been the cap. He's also the captain of the Kolkata team. Even Morgan also needs to get
Morgan.
runs, right? He's also
Hmm.
not been firing too much.
Yeah.
He short of runs, yes, and we've called it out that experienced batsmen like him can't be throwing away the wickets like they have.
Hmm.
Tonight could be his night. I'm thinking Morgan loves Rajasthan. His scores are,
Oh.
got really good scores in the past.
Hmm.
I think tonight could be his night because of A, the opponent, and B, it's the Wankhede Stadium where you always score runs. So I'm backing Morgan to come good if he gets a chance. Quick call, Akhil. Who are we backing? You and Sid?
Sid, you go
Uh,
first.
I think KKR will win. Okay, but I would support the underdog, which is Rajasthan. Because I want them to show that they are a 200 scoring team. I want them to show because they are like clearly last game also they scored I think 177 for 9 wickets, and you know that if one or two of them like really play well, you are going to get to 200. So I want them to dominate that way. So yeah, I'll say Rajasthan.
Akhil?
Well, Kolkata for me, Andrew Russell seems to have found form in the last match. Uh, if they get Sanju Samson and Butler out early, which I think they will attack with Cummins and try and dislodge both of them early. That happens, then I'm going for Kolkata with Andrew Russell in form.
Kolkata me, Kolkata Akhil, Siddharth is Rajasthan. We'll
Rajasthan.
see. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for
Yes.
joining me this morning
Thank you
on
so
Time
much.
Out with
Thanks,
Sports.
Siddharth.
Thank you, Akhil and
Thank
Arun.
you. Good talking to you all. And
Yes.
that's it for this edition of Time Out with SportsAdda. Join back tomorrow again. Thank you.